Hello from Yat Dragon.com. This is Ji Sifu, and today we'll be talking about Saam Law Sun Gung again, the Chinese magic that we do. So the music is kind of cool. Now I want to bring in a very cool concept to you guys who are learning these magic stuff right now. Well, the magic actually, like the theory that I'm going to talk about today, actually kind of corresponds to what I'm demonstrating here. So it's kind of fun. Look, if I press two fingers only, okay, two fingers. Same. Three fingers, okay. Three fingers, okay? Now, let's try five, like this. Okay, fun. What happened? How come same fingering, different sounds? Fun. Now this is the theory I'm going to bring in today. It's a very, very cool concept, and it's a very must-known concept for all the people who are going to learn magic from us. Now this sounds very deep. Anyway, okay, so let's continue. This theory that I'm going to bring out today, okay, it's called 相應靈動. 相應靈動, it means to have response by being corresponding, by having connections of correspondence, something like that. Okay, not the best English word, but yeah. In Chinese, we have a saying, 萬物有靈. Okay, everything has a response. Okay, a way to respond, or an ingredient that makes it response. Now, what is 萬物有靈? A lot of people don't understand it while they can say this thing, okay? Now, in Chinese, a lot of people also say human is 萬物之靈. Human is the medium that can make everything respond. That's how it's translated, okay? Why? No one knows. Some people think that this word, okay, if you don't understand, a lot of, like, majority of the Chinese don't understand this word. Okay, I guarantee you, like, 99% of them don't get it. They know this phrase. The way how they get it is more like, human is the most superior on top of all the other living beings in this world, okay? They think that human is the one that is dominating the whole world. The king race, okay, the highest level in this world. And then, you know, the new generation is like, oh, that's not fair, you know, animals also have their role in this world and such. Well, okay, so they don't get it. What does it mean by 靈? Okay, 靈, just the word 靈. 靈, the word 靈, okay, it means to be able to, like, when things happen, okay, the middle medium is being able to take stuff from point A through point B and then to point C and make this, whatever point A wants to output, to have an equivalent output on point C. Okay? Equivalent. That means, okay, if here, point A, okay, I have $100. I give to the middle person. The middle person here takes it. They can transfer this bill to another place, or like the shop. Now we're at point C, the shop, okay? The shop takes it and give $100 worth of stuff, the product, back to point B, and point B can give this product back to point A, and point A can use it and whatever, okay, like that, continue the cycle. So that is Ling. When this thing don't stop, the cycle keeps on repeating itself. It is very Ling, okay? Now we can also say, like your body, the cycle of your organs and body. When you eat, okay, point A, you eat. Now, the medium, which is the organs and stuff right here, is being able to transfer from 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down. Okay, when it is not clogged in the middle, that is very Ling. Okay, it just transfer everything from here. Okay, from here. This is the top level, the headquarter of your body. Okay, first you don't just eat. You have to look, think, look, and then smell, and then after all that stuff being influenced or affected by the environment, all the energies and ingredients around this dish of food, then you decide to grab and eat. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff happening in this stage A with the hand, grab, leg, you have to go forward and grab, okay, all that stuff. And then after that, point B. B is the Ling, which is the organ passing these stuff around, digesting, turning it into liquid, mixing whatever inside the stomach and doing all the stuff, internally working. This is the Ling, okay, inside. The Ling stage or Ling rhythm inside here, rhythm, okay, inside. You don't see it. It's invisible to you, Ling. It's at the back end, okay. It doesn't mean that the matters in the Ling world, it's gone or it's not existing, like imaginary. It's not. It is also real. It's just at the back end of stuff like here, inside your body, so that you in this world cannot see here, okay? But it doesn't mean that whatever you put in is vanished. It's not vanished. It's inside. It's just in an other form. Just like your chicken wing, okay? Right now your chicken wing is like this. Wow. And I just put it inside, okay? Now it's transformed the whole thing into another form. A form that is not the same as whatever is here anymore. Because of all the mixture and treatment and process inside the mouth. Everything is now into another form here. And now this form of the food is being processed through stations. And then it will transform from this form into that form. And that form is also physical, again. But it's also different from the first stage when you first see this thing. You get the point? Okay. So, the word Ling is when you're working inside here and things are flowing from stage 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then very responsive, okay? This, and then this is ready to take. This is ready to take, like that. That is the action of Ling, okay? When you are able to internally, non-physical, like non-visibly, okay, inside, back end, being able to bring whatever is here in the headquarter to the final line, to the final finish line. That is Ling, okay? In our three realms theory, Tin, Dei, Yan, being able to transfer from Tin through Dei to Yan, the three stages, from Tin through this Dei to Yan here. This is Ling, okay? The center is the Ling, center, the Ling, okay? Right here. Okay, so let's get back to the point, okay? This Ling is like the organ. It's responsible for processing, bringing things from the top, from the non-physical or the top, the headquarter thing, the resources, to process it to a final stage, okay? it's always like that. It's a transition stage. It's not like a solid state where things just stay there. It doesn't store anything in here. You don't. You always just pass. Nothing is really stored in there, okay? But during the transmission of things, the transportation of the elements inside, there are things born. And it will give energy and power to the different stations. Just like your organ, okay? The food that you eat does not stay inside. They will all get digested and whatever, and then it will just go out of your body, right? You don't store all that food right here. But because of this absorbing process, there are always things born, like new cells, new blood, new liquid, whatever, new fat. They all get born inside the body to help your body get more powerful, get more healthy, stronger, larger, make everything larger. It just empowers the whole unit right here. Okay, that is the main purpose of the middle thing, the Ling inside. Okay, now what is 萬物有靈? 萬物有靈 is talking about everything in this world have Ling. That's right. Just like the Ling of human being. The Ling of us is our Ling Sun and the Ling One. And then there's also a Ling Yun. There's 3 Ling to everyone. Okay? In the theory of the 3 realms and 9 bodies, if you don't understand, watch the video that I talked about. You have your Ling Yun, the spiritual planet. The Ling One, the spiritual soul. And then a Ling Sun, the spiritual body. There are 3 Ling. Okay? The spiritual word, I don't know if it really fit. There's no such word in English that can actually describe this Ling word. Okay? So, spiritual. Okay? Now, first of all, the first Ling, Ling Yun, the spiritual planet, is where the most raw natural resources came in. The most raw natural energy that will come in from another planet form of you. It goes down to your soul. Your soul digests and got empowered. Okay? And then this soul brings it down to your Ling Sun, the body, the spiritual body. And the spiritual body takes and digests and it shares a portion to the Fat Sun, your energy field body. And also it will push it back down, back to you later on, because this energy field body will push to the Ling Sun and then push to your physical body and empowers your brain power, your mind, your spiritual side. It just empowers everything. Okay, this is the Ling. Everything in this world, including a bookshelf, a flute, everything has this Ling. Okay? In order to touch their Ling, their responsive organ, the organ, okay? In order to touch the organ, you need something that is corresponding and can bring excitement to the organ. Now, the best example is Chinese herbal medicine. Chinese herbal medicine theory is based on how you can find different herbs, grass, plants, mushroom, wood, barks, all that stuff, and then analyze their natural properties. And because they have these properties, for example, the taste, the texture, all that stuff, by analyzing all these corresponding properties of this herb, the thing, okay, you can make a sense out of it with the formula that tells you, because it has these properties, it will bring such and such effect to a certain organ inside the body and create a certain reaction. And that is how Chinese herbal medicine is invented. Basically, it's just like that. So the same theory goes to magic. Okay? But instead of using this herb, we are using non-physical elements, non-physical energy, and not just this herb. We can use anything in the world that can correspond to things, to use it as a tool or a device to carry your cultivated energy and execute it into this device and create a reaction with other things. For example, okay, just like this. Now, this is a tool, okay? The Ling, right now, is the holes. With 2 fingers, I can blow. Okay? You cannot Ling the sound out, okay? It's stuck. The method is wrong. Now, by putting a low frequency energy air, okay? Low frequency energy, slow, low tone. You can create a low sound by doing this method to Ling this flute here. Being able to transfer a faster frequency with the same channel, see, same channel, same method, faster frequency, it creates a higher pitch. See, even higher pitch when you can reach a higher frequency. As you can see, everything is like that, okay? Same method, same holes pressed, like just pressing onto this spot. Different, like the same spot, same finger, different force, you feel different, and it creates a different result, different effect. That is one concept that we use in magic. Okay? Everything has your corresponding thing, methods to touch this object, to use it, to use the root or the whatever you call that, like the connecting method. Okay, you see something, it's like this have this property, this also have this property. Now they have something in common, and because of this, you see the common properties, so you can link them and transfer stuff from here to here. That is one basic concept of magic and how it works. So yeah, for example, say needle, okay? Why poking needles into a doll can cast magic? Well, a lot of people say, oh, you use needle to poke in a doll, you're doing voodoo to the guy, you know? You're like, well, yeah, that is a form of, you know, whatever. But if you actually understand magic, needle into something is not only for cursing, you can also help by poking. Why? Now, this is the thing that corresponding. Okay? Needle can penetrate with a point, 1 point, sharp, penetrate. This is the property. You can penetrate into things like your skin. It can penetrate into a doll. Now, the doll, okay, needs to have things that can correspond to whatever, human being, whatever, okay? Now, the doll may be just a straw man, but because your mind knows, okay, the 2 hands, the legs, the body, the head, and then maybe you just have to stick a name on. Now, your intention and your method create this doll to make it link to another person. You already connected to this. Now, of course, just by making a doll yourself won't work, okay? You also need the raw energy to infuse and do all that stuff to really connect. But this is basically the back end theory of how it should work, okay? So you have this doll. The doll correspond to this person. You made everything, all the factors to correspond to them, okay? Now with this needle, the needle is just a medium. What are you going to infuse into the needle? And then inject into different places. Now, it's not like, okay, I will stab the needle to the eyes and I will make them blind. It doesn't work like that in magic, okay? The eyes here have different corresponding things that will connect to the person's preheaven state. Or it's just like pressure point, okay? It's like this. In Chinese medicine, you're like, poke here, and then it will somehow transfer whatever energy to whatever meridian, and then now your lung will go, and then you go here, and then, it excites the heart. It doesn't make sense to your normal logic, okay? It's not like, this is the heart, okay, and then now the heart is empowered. No, it doesn't work like that, okay? There are channels, meridians, okay? The same thing goes to magic. So when you poke at the right spot, that will reflect to the certain thing of that human being, the magic, the energy, the intentions, thoughts, everything you put into the needle basically go through the meridian, which is the energy channeling route, will excite that part of the person. And because of that, it creates a certain effect on the person's pre-heaven state, which is their spiritual bodies. Because you did that, you infused the stuff to them, that will slowly process in their pre-heaven state, which is the spiritual side of them, and affect everything that's coming down. Which means you change their future happenings by doing so. Because you're infusing stuff to where that is shaping up their future. Okay? It's like saying this. You are injecting stuff to a company's headquarters account, or you're injecting stuff into their factory. By doing that, you can change their final product, their final result. That is magic. Being able to work all the way back to the back end work, that is magic. Okay? So when we say human in Chinese, we say human, it's man mat jiling. It just means that human have the ability to sense, to connect, to have this spiritual connection with everything around you. We do. Every day we do it. You sense it, and that's why you touch the thing. You like the thing more. You have thoughts. You have feelings. You have subconsciousness. You have the kind of feeling inside your mind that makes you feel. You're not cold-blooded. You can feel. You understand this. You don't just have like simple reflection with your mind, like touch here, touch here. You don't do that, okay? You have thinking, you have thoughts. That is the reason why we say man mat jiling. Look at everything around you, and you have a feeling about that thing. No matter it's a simple or deep feeling, you have feelings. Like look at the book, look at the camera, look at the flute, whatever. You have feeling about them. Instantly, there's a feeling generated. Because you feel, then you can have thought. There's intention. There are consciousness. All that stuff will come out. Because you think of one thing, many things can be hooked up and all relate. Things just correlate in your mind. And it brings every thought and memory together into workings. That is how our brain works. We look at this, our brain, like we look straight, and our brain automatically process the whole visual into the brain. And then you get your memory stuck here. When you try to close your eyes, think about it again, you somehow can make up, like here is this, here's that, here's that. You can think about it. And then imagine everything in front of you again. You can do that. Okay? That is why we say human is man mat jiling. You naturally have the power to bring out the link, the memories, the stuff of these things in your mind. Okay? So that is the reason behind this. And because human is like that, we can do magic. But you cannot just do magic out of the blue. You cannot do magic with a normal, ordinary body. You have to be attuned by a magic lineage, which has its own cultivated energies, the raw energies that is cultivated. And with this cultivated, different, stronger, denser energy, you can then use this to control elements that is not in this dimension, in another dimension. And by being able to control those elements and energy, you can to do impacts, do changes to the organs, the spiritual organs, the spiritual stuff behind us the back end stuff. And because you can control those, the physical happenings will change. You create physical happenings, or you change whatever happened. That is what magic is about. So being able to 相應 and 靈動, to find the corresponding and the thing, the properties that something is corresponding to this. You can correspond in many ways. It can correspond in the way how the thing works, as in physical workings, just like needle can poke into something. Good. Okay, this is one property. Another property is maybe the name. Okay, you are named John. This doll, I label it. This is John with a John name taped on it. This is one property. The more properties that is corresponding to each other, the more ling they are. Okay, the more responsive they are. So in order to find the right magical tool to use, we need to find as many properties that match what you're trying to do as possible. And then there goes a good magic tool. So magic tools, just like this. Okay, a bowl. Okay. Now, why is this a good magic tool? Because it has a lot of properties, such as it's a bowl. You can store things inside. It's metal. Metal will transfer heat, energies very quickly. It's black. Black absorb light. You see, a lot of these kind of properties are the basic of how a magic tool is chosen. And after that, you use the cultivated energies and method to infuse and make this be able to connect to the pre-heaven or the spiritual dimensions. And because you build the connections, now this, when you do something, it can be able to transfer it, whatever is put into here, transmit all those to the other pre-heaven dimensions when you do the magic power. That is how magic tools is chosen. Just like swords, just like a knife, they are not chosen because we need a sword in the spiritual side, like a spiritual sword, lightsaber. No, not like that. A sword is chosen because of its properties and what it is trying to correspond to. It's a form of non-physical energy. The energy that can penetrate through dimensions. A sword, it can create a double cutting edge through a dimension because there's two edges right here. Okay, so it can cut, stab right in and create a double edge connection entry like this. And when it goes in, it can bring two sides of things into one unit. Two face, see? Compared to a knife, knife has only one curved edge, and it's usually by slicing. Now that is different from going like that. It's different. Very different properties. So a knife and a sword cannot replace each other in magic tools because of the different properties. Now by being able to analyze everything in this world, know their properties, and being able to understand all the theories, you will be able to, it's just like being able to understand Chinese medicine. You can understand all the herbs and stuff. It's basically very illogical to a normal person. How can you eat this grass-looking ugly piece of whatever and then be able to cure a cough? You must be joking. Well, when the Chinese look at you guys, eating white pills, we cannot make a sense out of that too. Who knows what's inside, right? The same thing to herbs, same thing to magic. Who knows what's inside? When I am using a flute, who knows what's inside? This is like a pill, a flute. How can a flute bust some evil magic or kill a ghost or stuff like that? How can a flute do that? It's just like saying, how can a pill, red little pill, cure your fever? It's just a red little thing. Maybe it's even sweet. How can that cure your fever? Well, that is called Tylenol. What's inside is well, you don't know, right? This is just a flute. You just see the surface. What I have put inside with my magic, the medicine inside, you cannot see it. So all the magic is unseen by a normal person. This physical objects is just like the final product, the pills or the herbs. What's inside? What's the properties? The stuff inside, you cannot see it. That is how magic is like. You cannot just look at the surface. Like some people is burning incense, okay? I am burning incense. What's inside? You don't know. I can't be doing incense and then busting someone's, like the person is cursing me, so I'm doing this, doing incense and bust their altar. Someone else can be doing this and they're just praying to whatever spirit. It's different. Same action, same medium, same method, same action, like that. Different result because the stuff inside is different. There are corresponding properties from everything. Incense, flame, okay, everything has their properties, but not only one. There are many properties. Now, which property will you choose to utilize by doing your magic? Okay, by doing whatever magic, whatever method, whatever ingredients you're putting into the thing will determine which property you're trying to utilize out of this tool. And because you chose or you have this whatever ingredient that you're infusing, inputting to this matter, this subject, it will create a very different result. Just like a cup, okay? You have a cup, you put coffee in it because you have coffee. That is your elements, your energy, okay, your coffee. You want to put it like this, like this. For me, I take a cup, I put dice in it, and I go, okay? Different result. Same goes to magic. Okay, you find the properties, the corresponding properties. It's a cup. Okay, it got a handle, it got a hollowed out internal space. Now, how do you want to utilize all these properties? It's your magic. When you want to use this cup as putting coffee, putting water, I can use this cup to put salad. Different. Or you can use this cup as a dice shaker. You can use the cup as catching fly. Same thing. All the properties is there. They have all the corresponding properties, all the different good stuff about the thing. Okay, so now, which one are you going to call up and utilize and take advantage of? That is magic. Every style, every sect, religion, whatever you call those, of magic, when they do magic, all of us have different ways of doing things with the same tool. When you see me doing incense, see another guy doing incense, I wear this robe, another guys wear the same robe. We are all different because of this thing, like the cup example. The stuff we put into the gears is all different, all for different purpose, different result, different effect. In order to really learn and know and be able to master the magic, you need to ordain into the lineage in order to inherit the art and be able to learn the real stuff inside. Just by looking and imitating the outside will not bring you any effect. So that is basically one concept in magic. And you don't look at the outside and then interpret their action by like, oh, what it means, like stabbing needles. If you actually dig into the voodoo stuff, okay, most people think this is to curse people. Now that is wrong, actually. Okay, for the voodoo guys, when they actually poke needles, it's not really to curse, like, oh, I poke your heart, poke. No. It's not like that. For them, it means different things. For the voodoo people, they do whatever with the needle, and then they can do this to stab, to infuse things to other things. It can be good or it can be bad intention. It depends on their magic. Now that is the voodoo stuff. As you can see, a lot of people misunderstand these kind of poking needle stuff. Now look at Chinese acupuncture. We poke needles all over the body for health, right? You can also use the same needle, put some poison, there you go. See? Different stuff, put into the same device, execute the same way, it can create a dramatic and very different result. So that is basically a very important thing you need to know about magic, is how we are all just using the corresponding properties of things in this world as a tool. Everything is a tool in this world. Now, what to put in? What have you cultivated in your pool of resources? The Lineage power bank, the energy that is cultivated and given to you that you can use and cultivate for your own use. Now you use all these things with our unique method, teaching you how to utilize these tools and utilizing the properties of these tools. That is magic. No one can just look at someone doing magic and understand what is actually happening inside, because all the inside stuff is not told, not seen, and not exposed. Okay, so basically that's a pretty good lecture. Hope you guys enjoyed and also understand. If you don't, feel free to ask, comment below. And if you want to learn Saam Law Sun Gung, the magic that we do for real, email us to learn, to get started with the learning, and we can guide you to get started. Okay, so basically that's it for today. Remember to subscribe, like, and share the videos. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.